Hey, what's up, guys? So, I wanted to make this video to touch on a topic that I recently spoke of in my last two videos ago, and that was my giving my thoughts on this person, Andrew Tate. The reason I did so was because many of you asked me to do that, and in that video, I expressed a lot of thoughts about this man that were perceived as very negative by a lot of the people that viewed it. In particular, was the fact that he made his money and has any kind of involvement in this webcam industry. Basically, pornography, which I have zero respect for, and I said in the video, automatically disqualifies him from getting any respect from any real, solid individual. So a lot of people disagreed with me on that. A lot of people felt I was being too judgmental on him, or I was somehow jealous of this man, which is fucking nonsense. I wish all people success in life and don't wish jail for anyone. But he has since been arrested and he has been in jail, and he's been remanded to that jail, I believe, for at least 30 days. I'm sure he has top-notch attorneys who are going to try to appeal that and get him out, but I don't think that's going to be the case. The reason I wanted to make this video in particular now was to let you guys know what I know is coming next for this guy. All right? He will be charged by the United States federal government with regard to, in particular, sex trafficking laws, especially ones that are part of a certain coalition with Eastern European nations, Romania included. Okay, so they set up this coalition with certain nations that are involved more so than others in sex trafficking. Romania happens to be very high on that list. So United States is working with them. He will be charged because there was one individual, female, who he recruited through Facebook, brought to Romania under false pretenses, under the pretenses of having a relationship with him, and then took her passport and prevented her from leaving. And I believe her claim is going to be that she was forced to do this pornography, webcamming. So this is all going to be in addition to any charges that he's already going to have to deal with in Romania, which I believe have to do with sex crimes as well, including rape. Okay? So when you get down to the actual details of this, you have to understand that this person has self-incriminated himself unbelievably. He has basically painted the picture of a very strongly established guilt for so many different crimes by his own admission, in his own words. Right? One of the things I said about in my last video touching on this was this guy needs to check himself with regard to ego. I said there's a lot of positive things that he was saying, but his main fucking, weakness is ego and being braggadocious and trying to show off, showboating, top G, motherfucker, right? And I said in that video that shit means nothing. It's all bullshit. And now him being in jail, I know now he understands that that's in fact the truth. Nobody gives a fuck what color your Bugatti is, motherfucker. You're in a whole different world now. And I call him motherfucker now, and I speak with aggression because the things he said himself that he did, the ways he recruited women and tricked them to fall in love with him and then used them and then withheld money from them, withheld their own passports and kept them there. He also admits to physically beating them, reprimanding them, and threatening them with violence, okay? And preventing them from going out at all. Without him, I guess. So all of these are admissions and him proving himself guilty of certain sex trafficking laws he has broken, clearly. And with this kind of crime also come the crime of multiple conspiracies, kidnapping in the sense of detaining somebody or moving someone from one location to another under the threat of violence. I mean, he's facing fucking decades. Decades. And because the United States does have this relationship with Romania, I'm saying he will be extradited. He will be extradited, and I don't believe that he will be given any type of bail once in United States custody. And the reason being, again, his own fucking dumb big mouth bragging about having multiple passports and having already left England, where he once lived, for these particular reasons, to evade certain laws that exist there, and fleeing to Romania to try to avoid those laws. So this guy's already said that he plans on escaping by having all these passports, different citizenships, different driver's licenses. Any judge, any prosecutor is going to present this entire package of all his own fucking dumbass self-admissions to a judge, and that judge is going to remand him. He's the perfect definition of a flight risk. He has the means, he brags about all his fucking money and his cars and saying he's a billionaire. A judge is going to take all that and just hold that as reason for him to be held without bail. And he's facing very serious charges. And again, in the world I come from, he's now a fucking sex offender. Until proven innocent. I know they say innocent until proven guilty. They would not move on him the way they did unless they have multiple witnesses that are corroborating the same type story. And I believe there are 6 women who are alleging these kinds of things that he did to them. In his own words, he admitted to physically beating women, abusing them, detaining them, withholding their passports, withholding their own money that they earned, and continually threatening them and coercing them, tricking them, manipulating them by letting them think there's going to be a relationship and a love with him. But it was never to be. It's a fucking scam. It's some bitch-ass sucker shit. He's at the very fucking bottom of the totem pole when it comes to prison in that world. All his fucking money, all his fucking bragging is going to mean zero in there. It may buy him some privilege, may buy him some help with the guards, with other people. He'll be paying for protection. He may have some food to eat. But listen, man, nothing takes away the suffering of being in a fucking cage like an animal. And I don't wish that for anyone under normal circumstances. But if in fact he's guilty of these things, which it appears he is, fuck him. Suffer, motherfucker. You deserve it. Because the truth is, if that was any female that I knew personally, that I cared about, I would come to you, motherfucker, Top G, and I would end you for doing that kind of shit. You don't do that to women. You don't do that to anyone. And you definitely don't fucking brag about it like a dumbass like you have. So you made your own bed. Now you gotta lay in it. It sucks that that's the case, but learn from this and keep your mouth shut next time. You should have taken my fucking offer of help when I gave it to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.